Yeah, now we have.
Do we have sound?
We have sound now. Oh, how is everyone today?
Sound, brilliant. Oh, yeah. Sound off.
Sound
no
off.
Sound.
Sound now.
Can you hear us now?
The sound on. How's everyone today? We should be live. We should be sound. There should be sound now. Sound now?
Yep. Yes. Brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Oh, it's the heat. Louise is fanning herself.
Silly hot.
Silly hot, isn't it?
Silly hot.
Silly hot. We, so we got the windows open today because we're just trying to get some air in. And do you know what, Louise? There is no air coming through.
I know. Look.
So we're going to be melting by the end of this afternoon. It's baking in Faversham as well, getting some storm clouds over in London. Ooh, Good morning from Illinois. What's it like over there, Mary? Is it hot? Is it sticky like it is over here? You know, we're moaning. What is it, 30 degrees?
We're not used to it though, are we?
We're not. 30 degrees is hot, but when I was in Vegas, and when you and I should have been in Vegas last year, it would have been like 46. It would have been another 16 degrees hotter than this. Can you believe it? Hot and sunny in Ramsgate. Okay, Marcia, melting in your human juice.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Thunder in Kent. I think we're due thunder on Friday.
Oh, we?
Yeah, that was according to the weather forecast.
According to the forecast, good.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we will. Because we need something just to try and break the heat. But mind you, it has been nice. The heat is great when you can sort of go home or be at home, sat in the garden, pina colada. What do we have on the weekend? Strawberry daiquiris.
Strawberry daiquiri.
We had Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, that all stops now in the week.
Stops, we're going to have a dry week.
Yeah.
So let's had a bit of thunder in Kent as well.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness me. So I'm glad.
We need it, don't we?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It does need to clear the air again, don't we, really?
Definitely.
Have all those ions charged again. So I hope you all enjoyed Louise's broadcast last week. Put you onto you.
Me?
Your broadcast last week. With Kerry.
Oh, well, that was Kerry. That was just so.
Yeah, but you were presenting as well.
Well, it's much easier sat in this seat. Definitely. I'm happy to be back where I belong this week.
It takes a while just to get back in. It takes, when I'm sat there initially going, ooh, you wonder where to go, and you're up and down with the chat and whatever, but once you understand and get through it, it's not so bad, is it?
It's pretty good, yeah. No, it was brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it.
And I hope everybody enjoyed it as well, because it was a bit different from our usual Q&A.
It was great.
And perhaps we can get somebody else who has a speciality that could do a Q&A as well with us, and that would be really interesting. So if there's anybody out there who is around this area who wants to come in and have a chat on one of our Q&As, it'd be really good, wouldn't it?
That would be fab.
It was the first time we did it, and I think it'd be really good.
I love spending time with Kerry anyway, because I did my gem lab class with her in Kent a couple of months back.
Yep.
And I took the Diamonds for Designers course last week, which was just amazing.
Wednesday.
It was so useful, and every time I see Kerry, I come away feeling really enthusiastic.
Empowered?
Enthusiastic, and just she just reignites all my interest for the subject all at once, and she's so knowledgeable. And
she doesn't stop, does she?
Yeah, but her enthusiasm and her love of gemstones is just palpable, isn't it? It's brilliant.
It is good.
It's really brilliant. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. That's fab.
So don't forget, if you are an At The Bench member, you should have had an email with a discount code that you can get a discount, obviously, off any of Kerry's courses. And it's not a person-in-person courses either. She also does online courses, doesn't she?
Well, both.
Yeah, absolutely both as well, yeah. So if you're in the US, or you're in Singapore, or you're in Australia, or wherever you may be, you can still take one of Kerry's courses online. And
the great thing is nobody gets left behind, because I sometimes have a bit of a crisis of confidence, and I feel a bit like, oh my God, I'm going to be like the class duffer, I'm not going to know what's going on, but it's just not like that at all. It's just...
everyone's treated equally.
Absolutely,
and everyone gets time.
yeah.
Really good, really good.
Nothing is assumed. It's just, there's no need to be scared or nervous or feel like you're not going to know what's happening, because it's just not like that at all. It's brilliant.
Because Judith did the diamonds for... Did Judith do the course with Victoria Stewart down in Plymouth? Fiona, sorry.
Yeah.
So Fiona did the same as you? Is
Yes,
it down
yeah.
down in with Victoria Stewart down on the Barbican.
Kerry's
That's
an
nice.
excellent communicator. Yeah, she is. She is fab. Yeah.
Kenneth, hello. Shirley Johnson, I'm a member but did not get the code. Shirley, if you...
Email me.
Yeah,
Louise.
message Louise.
At andrewberry.co.uk. I can get that over to you. I'm sorry you didn't get that.
But don't forget, if you have chosen not to receive any emails from At The Bench, you won't get any emails from At The Bench.
But you can still have the code if you're a paid member. You just email me and I'll send it to you.
Exactly. So sometimes it is good, but we don't spam, we don't send out unnecessary emails. So if you do have it turned off, just put the little tick by it, I want to receive the newsletters, and you'll be then able to get your discount code. And also, if you are on the forum, within the forum section there is a suppliers discount codes, and only paid members have access to that, so you can always grab the code that is within the forum as well. So if you haven't had that, you can message Louise or check out the forum.
Louise at andrewberry.co.uk.
Exactly. Shall I write it on the board?
Yes, please do.
I shall write it on the board. This board was up last week but nobody used it. L-O-U. This is wrong pen. Where's my other pen, sir?
It's not your permanent marker again, is it? Oh my lord.
No. Where's my other markers gone?
I don't know.
Okay, that's the rubbish one, that one. Where's my other ones too?
Shirley, yes, I'll post my email now.
We got it. Because you bought me some new markers. Okay, so it's L-O-U-I-S-E at A-N, that's an A, N-D-R-E-W-B-E. Oh, just what I could spell, isn't it? .co.
What, your own name?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Well, there's no dot at the end of that. There you go. So check that out. Email Louise if you're a paid member of At The Bench and you haven't had, apologies for the reflections, if you haven't had your message with your discount code, check out the forum.
Check out your spam as well. It might have gone into your spam or your junk.
Might have done,
possibly.
absolutely.
Yeah, but I'll still send it to you anyway.
Yes.
If you're a paid member. Okay, so I've got some news.
Yes.
Basically, if you didn't know we've hit 100,000 likes, then you're either
fun,
not on
wasn't it?
social media or you don't look at social media. So yeah, Andrew reached 100,000 likes on the YouTube channel last week.
Yeah, last week, wasn't it?
Which was fab. We didn't want to make too much of it last Monday because we were just,
we
were all about gemstones. Yeah, so
yeah.
that happened last week.
Yes.
So I've got a little surprise for you, Andrew.
Have you? I'm just trying to alter this canvas just to get you in picture nicely there. There we go. Cool. You got a surprise.
I've got a little surprise for you, and I'm trying to figure out the best way. I'm going to need to share my screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I give you the nod, and I'd like you to be in picture, please, if you can. So when I give you the... oh, hang on, not yet.
All right.
Right, you have to bear with me because Andrew is the technical person. So he hasn't had any input in this at all. So I'm a bit kind of like, I've had some help. Anyway, I'll explain now.
Okay,
so
I can do picture in picture.
Camera 3 and a picture in picture.
Okay, hang on. Camera number 3. Oh, it's you.
Okay, it's
Hello.
me. Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
I need you guys to tell me if there's a problem with the sound because I haven't tested this. So I'm just crossing everything and hoping that it works. And Andrew, I'm going to need you to...
Oh my God. Let me go back onto number 1 so you can see what's going on here.
Breathe in. I'm going to need you to watch on here.
Okay, let me take
Okay.
that. Okay.
So
I'll put my glasses on. Okay.
This, you're going to need the volume. Is this going to... You might need to turn your mic...
You won't.
No, keep your mic on, but this will pick up on your mic.
It may do, yeah.
But when you've got it on my camera here, I'll just play it again if it goes wrong. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I go
Everything's
camera number 3.
Wait a minute.
Picture in picture. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a picture of you. It's a film.
Yes, it's a film. Well done. I'm glad you recognise that.
It's a film.
Fab.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. So can everybody see? Yes, you guys can see my face. Okay. So. On the count of 3, I'd like you
Yeah.
to play your film, please.
Okay.
Okay. There's probably a better way of doing this, isn't there? There's got to be, but I was left on my own devices. Yeah, it's definitely live down, always live. So, okay. Are you ready, Eddie?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Surprise! 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Wow, what an achievement. I'm so incredibly proud to be your wife and incredibly privileged to be able to work alongside you every day and be inspired by you. To mark this special milestone, I've got some special friends who would like to say a few words to you.
Hi Andrew, hope you're well. I've just heard the fantastic news, 100,000 YouTube subscribers. What an achievement. What can I say? You're a YouTube legend, a true gentleman in real life, and a fantastic mentor. I've had this for a little while kicking around, so next time we meet Debo, we'll toast your success.
nice.
Well done, Andrew. Congratulations. Well deserved. Take care. See you soon.
Andrew, a huge congratulations. Subscribers worked really hard and you don't deserve it. I've learned so much from you in the past year and hopefully plenty more in times to come. Thank you.
Big congratulations to
Oh,
you.
God.
100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Fantastic achievement. I was Andrew's first apprentice.
He stopped.
Press play.
No, he stopped completely. He stopped. He stopped on my phone. You have to pause on there then, won't you? Because I've
No,
stopped.
wait, I'm still going. It's still going.
No, but I'm not. I've
Oh.
stopped here. No, I've stopped. Colin
Okay.
has stopped.
Okay. Can you press again?
Yeah, he's actually just stopped.
Play.
I have pressed play. Yeah, I have pressed play.
Oh.
Has it downloaded on here then? Yeah? Shall I watch it on there then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
God. Okay. Right.
Have to go back to Colin.
Hang on. Shall I start again? I don't know what to do now.
Can we turn that computer around and
No
I'll watch
sound.
that?
People are saying no sound.
Is there no sound? All right, okay.
What are we doing? Shall we start again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there sound? Did you turn sound off on this one, didn't you? You turned the sound off. You muted it,
Okay.
didn't you? Yeah.
Okay. This.
Right, hang on a sec. You got to pause it 'cause I can't hear anything. You can hear now. Good. Well, hang on then. You have
Wait.
Louise, pause.
Right, hang on.
Right.
You...
Right, okay.
This is where I get left my own devices with things that are technological and things start to go wrong.
Can you turn that around and I'll listen to that one?
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We got to the sound up on this so I can
The sound
hear.
came over. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, flipping heck. How am I doing this? Can I just show you later?
We have sound, don't we? Yeah, we all have sound here. Yeah, no sound on the video. Okay, we stopped at a minute. Okay, so where's the mouse on for this computer? Okay, so there's the sound there. There's the sound, but you want the sound coming out of here. There we go. All right.
But have the guys got sound now, though?
Right, I can hear.
You can hear, but can everybody else hear?
If you start playing that video a second.
This one on here.
Yes. Okay. So if you press escape on here a second, we'd be able to see down there.
No sound.
Wait a sec, wait for it to come up. Can you?
No, it is.
Yes.
Oh.
There is no sound. Can't hear.
Right, I've got an idea.
Okay, what's your idea, Lou?
I'm going right back to basics.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
What's that?
Can I put this?
Yes.
Where's my speaker on here? And I'm just going to play it.
Yeah.
Can we do it like that?
So you've got to take out the HDMI then out, haven't you, to get the sound on there? but then everyone's not going to see it.
You'll have to point this camera at it.
Yeah.
So you've got to take out the HDMI then out of it.
So you hear quite loud on that one. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Then. Here we go. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So you've got to take out
Let's zoom in on you there.
quite loud on that. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Here we go. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Let's zoom in on you there. Quite loud on that. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Am I watching on here?
Am I watching on here?
So let's turn this one off. Get a feedback. So let's turn this one off.
Right, we're in a loop of just feedback now. And I don't know how to fix this. Okay.
And we're on number 4, which is your computer. Yeah? There we go. Okay, so you can't see me at all now, but you can see that.
Right, is my mic on?
And we're on number 4,
Yep,
which is
play.
your computer. Yeah?
Okay.
There we go.
Disable the audio.
So you
on
can't
the
see me at
stream.
all now, but you can see that.
Right, is my mic on?
And we're on number 4, which is your computer. Yeah?
Okay. Okay, we're going to try this, guys.
So you can't see me at all now, but you can see that.
Right, is my mic on?
And we're on number 4, which is your computer. Yeah?
Okay. Okay, we're going to try this, guys.
So you can't see me at all now, but you can see that.
Right, is my mic on?
And we're on number 4, which is your computer.
Okay, we're going to try this, guys.
Okay, we're not quite sure what. It was going well in the beginning, wasn't it?
Should we just try that one more time? And if that doesn't work,
Quite sure what
it's because you're stopped.
It was going well in the beginning, wasn't it?
Should we just try that one more time? And if that doesn't work, I don't know how to make this stop.
Turn the sound off there. Turn the sound off. That's going to be it. Yep. Well, the idea was it was really good. It was going well until my video stopped. Why did the video stop on here, Lou? That's what I want to know.
Shall we just post it later? I'll tell you what, I will show you it later and I will film you watching it. I think that's going to be the best thing so we can just move on with...
Okay, the question and
I'm
answer.
so sorry.
All right, let's just try and get you... I'm sorry, guys, for this.
The loop is because you have the stream sound on somewhere, yeah.
I don't know how to quickly turn it off, I'm afraid. I do apologise.
Oh, dear.
It's a good idea, but it was working well, but there was no sound for the people, was there, when we were playing it on that
Could you
HDMI?
guys hear, the first time when I was like, right, this is it, I'm going to play you all a film, could you hear it then? Did you have audio? It might have been a little bit quiet because the first part was me talking into my phone upstairs and Andrew was downstairs, so I was talking a bit quietly. So you could hear the first time. Oh.
There we go. Okay.
Should we just try that? You just don't press anything and don't stop it. And if this doesn't work, we're just going to have to move on, I think, aren't we? What do you think?
Yeah, so plug that in.
Okay.
So what if I listen on that one there, as it's playing?
On what one way?
Why don't I listen to that? Because as it's playing, I can hear it on here, can't I?
Are we going to
then?
get feedback?
No, because that's going directly, the feed is going directly into the computer.
Okay.
So we try that. Yeah?
Okay, let's try that one more time. If this doesn't work, we're going to move on because I don't want to waste everybody's time.
But the audio stopped when Andrew's video stopped. Ah, right, okay.
Okay, should we try one more?
Unless they were picking it up from here.
Picking what up?
Unless they were picking up the sound of this on my mic and not on there. Right, if you play it on your computer there and ask the viewers if they can hear that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Can you hear?
Okay, so could you hear then Louise just going through? Yes, we got sound through Andrew's mic, yeah. I just heard and saw the video until the point when Andrew said he had stopped at that point. Video kept going, but no
This has got,
audio.
yeah.
It's... Okay, so we can't watch it then. So I need to watch it on your phone.
Yes, we'll do this later and
do it later.
Post it up later.
All right,
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, sorry, guys.
We will do it later. Louise will show it to me, and we'll do my reaction, yeah, and we'll post it on as an additional one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be better, I think,
I
as
think
well,
so,
won't
yeah.
it? It'll be a better one.
Because I'm sweating.
Oh, I'm absolutely cooking. Right, you have your phone back, darling.
Thank you.
But thank you. No, you don't have to apologise. Good God, no. My gosh, thank you very much indeed. Steve, oh my gosh, Steve, you are a legend.
Steve,
and David as well. I think David put something up as well. Really do appreciate all this. Automate, I can get these flashing as well. There we go. There we go. We got this going. You're absolutely amazing. Everyone, thank you very much indeed. Do appreciate it. Thank you. Good. Thank you, David. Thank you, Steve, for that. Absolutely amazing. Okay, we are going to do a question and answer. I do apologise about this. You can hear some noise coming from outdoors. We've got a builder's yard next to us. Jimmy, we're gonna film it. Louise is going to show me it a little bit later, and we then are going to film it and put it up on YouTube a little bit later. But thank you very much indeed. Louise is absolutely melting here. You got a drink there?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Should we have a question?
Do you want a question?
It's Monday, the 19th, just the 19th of July, 4 p.m. Actually, it's not, it's 4:22. It is time for a question and answer session. It's going to be a little bit shorter this week, so I do apologise for that. But Louise, let me have a question.
Yes. Kenneth, hi Kenneth, is asking about a video that he followed on making an anti-clastic torque bangle.
Yes.
With great success, but now I would like to try making one with a hammered finish. Should the finish be applied before or after forming?
So if you are using your plastic stakes, hammer it, make the pattern beforehand, then when you do the forming the anti-clastic with the plastic stakes, the pattern should still be... Why are we saying no? So go for 200 so I can save up. If it's plastic, you put the pattern on beforehand. If you've got metal, like a sinusoidal stake or metal stakes, the pattern then is going to perhaps dent if you're using a metal hammer. If you're using plastic hammers, you should have no problem at all. But if you're using metal hammers on metal stakes, have the hammered finish as you're forming it. So plastic hammers, plastic stakes, texture before. It's as simple as that. But yeah, love to see what you're making. Kenneth, love to see the bangle. It'd be wonderful to see. Pop it into the forum or into the members gallery. Send me a picture and Louise a picture. We'd love to see. Yep. Cool. We okay?
Yeah.
Good. Maybe have another
I
question?
think
Yeah, maybe have another question.
Chats. Just gonna look. Oh my goodness. That's what we get for bragging about 100,000 followers. I think, yeah, I've just jumped to here, look.
Okay, we do apologise for
I
that.
think YouTube has melted, we've ruined it. Okay.
If you asked a question right at the start, can you ask it again? Because we've got it up until David with his donation and Elizabeth and Trevor. So anything before that, can you just post it again for us? But in the meantime,
Okay.
Maybe have another question, please. Dan.
Sandy wants to hang a flex shaft from either a floor stand or the wall.
Yeah.
My desk space is small. Any recommendations, brand of hook or stand?
Anything really. I've never really heard of a floor stand for a flex shaft. Hi, Sharon. We have all the doors open up here.
Hello.
The good thing with these clamps here, let me put this a little bit wider so you can see. The good thing with these clamps here is that literally it needs about an inch of space, because the little clamps, let me see if I can go on nice and close for you to see. So this is the clamp, as you can see. That's my chair. Clamp, there it is there. So it really is a small, almost like a G clamp, and that literally needs about an inch. That's all that takes up. So really you don't need to have an awful lot of bench space to have one of these clamps. I'm not quite sure what make this is, but that's all you need. You could even get the ones that screw onto the bench, and they only literally take about 3-inch little round circle. Floor one, I suppose, you know, hospitals have those floor stands, don't they, where they hang the drip things on.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get yourself one of them, put one of them up. Or some people will actually attach it to a ceiling on like a bungee cord, so it's like this when it hangs down. You could use that, so anything like that. But the clamps that go on the bench is so easy. Lovely. Maybe have another question, please, my dear.
Yeah. Susan is saying, last week you mentioned a carbuncle cut. Is that a high dome cab or a red garnet? We don't use that too much in the States. I think it's just a hollowed out cab, isn't it, regardless of the colour? That's what was my understanding of it. So if the colour's a bit yucky or doesn't really show the colour very well, they'll hollow it out to let some more light in to improve the look of the stone.
Yeah, if it's too deep, too dark a colour, isn't it? Then they will hollow out the back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, an IV stand they call them, do they? But if you've got an IV stand, go for it. Absolutely. An IV stand would be absolutely brilliant. That's lovely and cool, that is. Yeah, can you leave it open, Sharon? Yeah, we got a nice little breeze coming up. Thank you. Nice. And we can see outside as well. Maybe have another question, please.
Sandra needs to solder a jump ring next to beach glass. Totally new to my torch. How do I make the right tip or flame size to get in and out fast?
I don't think you're going to be able to manage it, to be honest. Let's just zoom back in on that camera, shall we? I don't think you're going to be able to do it, Sandra, because it depends on how close the beach glass is. If you've got your beach glass and that is within a bezel, yeah, that's your glass and it's all frosted. And then say you want to put the jumping on the top of here. What's the jumping, wasn't it? Up on the top.
Yep.
You're never going to do it because it's right next to the glass. The glass is going to overheat and it is going to discolour. Even if you had like a Smith little torch and had a number 6 tip on it, you're never going to do it because it's too close to the glass. So I would advise you to take the glass out, solder it, and then put the glass back in afterwards, and then you're going to get a better result, because by doing it that way, no matter what stone goes in here, if that was a diamond you could get away with it. If it's a sapphire or a ruby and you were soldering right next to it, you can get away with it. But a sea glass, not a chance. No chance that you're going to be able to do that, so I'm afraid. So no, you won't be able to do it at all. If you had a PUK, a puck or an Orion welder, you could use it. But normal torch, no, not at all. Maybe have another question, please, Louise.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody's loving the gem special last week. That's great.
Good. Glad to see you.
Yep, Martin is saying, I want to make a brooch with square silver wires sticking out from the centre. How do I harden the wires without twisting them? Is solder strong enough to resist the pull method?
Yes, absolutely. You should be able to. It's a difficult one if they're coming directly out to try and harden them. You could burnish it with a metal burnisher or an agate burnisher. You go, hey, we got another one of these things going round and round and round. Whoever did, thank you very much. Unless it's just that slow. I think it's just a little bit slow.
I think it is slow.
I think
yeah,
it's very
something's. I'm blaming the heat because it's something very funny's going on today. I think I've confused the whole system of light.
Yeah, it's okay. So, what was the question? Harden the wire, wasn't it? You're not going to do an awful lot. You could pull it. The solder will definitely resist the pull. You could just sort of just twist it back and forth a little bit like that, and to try and keep it straight. Don't twist it all the way around, but just that little ease, just to work harden it, and I think you should be okay with that. Burnish it is another great way of doing that. Absolutely, Victoria. Mrs. Lloyd. She hasn't put in the appearance recently, has she? We think she did this morning.
Don't entice her.
Don't entice her. Maybe I have another question, please, Louise.
Yeah. Big A Reviews is saying, with the price of rhodium at the moment, do you know of a cheaper alternative other than doubling the cost to the customer?
I don't really think there is a cheaper alternative. I did buy myself some magic rhodium the other day. It's a small little bottle that cost me about £26, and it's like a paint, but through, I think it must be through electrolysis or something like that. You paint it on, you rub it, and it deposits a coating of rhodium on the piece itself. We have used it, it works really, really well. £26 magic rhodium it is called. Nice and simple. You can use it for putting on little tips. You can put it on if you want to do a little highlighted accent. We haven't tried to do a whole ring yet. I have no idea, to be honest, whether that would actually work, but small little highlights and for tips and for claws, that works absolutely perfectly. So cheap. As far as I'm concerned, you just have to bite the bullet. We have increased our price of rhodium platings in line with the price of rhodium. And to be honest, if you buy the Yentner plating system or any plating system and you spend, say, £1,000 on rhodium, that may seem an awful lot. But some quick maths here for you. If you charge, and I saw someone just saying now they charge $40. So what's that? £30, okay? So you charge £30 for one rhodium. With the Yentner, the plating system that we use, they say you can get 1,000 rings from one batch of rhodium. But say you want to do a nice thick, and say you get 500 rings, okay? So 500 rings, and you're charging £30 a time. 3 noughts to nought, 3 noughts to nought, 3 5s are 15. Yeah? Is that right? And that's naught, so you add on another naught, and that's 15. You get £15,000 back on a £1,000 bottle. That is right, isn't it? On a £1,000 bottle of rhodium. And if you ask me, a return of 15,000 on a 1,000 is pretty good profit. £30 times 500. Yeah, £15,000. So although the price of rhodium may be high, you can make £15,000 from spending £1,000 on rhodium. So you have to suck it up and just charge that little bit more, as we are doing now, aren't we? We're charging more. Absolutely. There we go. Next question, please, my dear.
Okay, Mary Ann is saying, would you consider putting the flush setting videos on YouTube in the sections at the bench? Or am I missing them? It would be easier to access them at the bench. Would you consider putting the flush setting videos on YouTube in the sections at the bench? Or am I missing them? It would be easier to access them at the bench.
Not so. On At the Bench, we do have flush setting videos already on At the Bench. So there's not much point taking films off YouTube to put them onto At the Bench. Is that what you mean? Or did the other way around? Do you want films from At the Bench to go on YouTube? That is something that I would not do, because At the Bench is a paid membership platform.
No, I think Mary Ann means the other way. Putting the flush section videos on YouTube in the sections at the bench.
I wouldn't, because there's the. I don't think there'd be any need, because you can find them on YouTube.
Mary Ann,
yeah?
if you email me, louise@andrewberry.co.uk, I can help you with that one.
Yeah, please. Yeah, not too
Louise
sure
at
what you mean.
andrewandlouise.co.uk.
Yeah, so there's Louise's email address.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
I'll help you
Let us
out with
know.
that.
Absolutely. Next question then, please, Louise.
Yeah. What do you charge to rhodium a ring?
Well,
that was Steve asking. Big A.
Yeah, we charge £30. With £35 you could even charge. Some people just said on there, I think I saw $40 a little while ago, which I don't think it's unreasonable. You know, you clean it, you polish it, you steam it, you ultrasonic it, and you rhodium it. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. Another question.
Yeah. Mike has a modified cushion cut morganite, trying to bezel set in a ring. The corners are more pointy than a common cushion cut. I'm having trouble making a suitable bezel. How would you do it?
I think we sort of covered these sort of videos ideas before. I would make them out of 2 L-shaped pieces of metal like that. And I know it's cushion cut, so what I would do is get a strip of metal and I would make the bend, okay, which would be very similar to the same curvature as the bend of your stone, okay? Do that. What I would do then is make a little V, so that's your strip of metal. This is the same curvature here as the stone. I would make a little V in there, bend it so it comes like that to there. Don't use your finger, use the board rubber. And then all you gotta do is just bend it. Okay, so you make up an L shape like that. So this matches that, that matches that, okay? You basically do this, okay? Then you make another L shape and you put that upon that way, okay? And now you've got 2 L shapes and here is your stone, okay? Then you do this and then you put it this way and the stone's here and you put the L shape, you measure across here, you cut that off there, you measure across here, you cut that off there, and you just solder them together. So then you get nice, crisp. Don't try and do it all in one go. If you have a piece of metal and go bend, 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 and try and bend it around, it's never gonna work. So the important thing is strip of metal, the right curvature for that shaped stone, and do it in an L shape like that. And that is your best way to get nice, sharp, crisp corners. And then when you come to set it, always start on the corners and ease the corners over. Okay, like that, ease the corners over, and then burnish, 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 towards the middle. And that would be your safest way then to set them. Maybe have another question, please.
Yes.
To what to cook tonight, Lou?
What are you saying?
Well, I just had here Food Hub's offering me a discount.
I'm on a diet, darling. Okay, Romy is asking whether you has used the hydrogen torch and whether they are good both for use and safety-wise instead of having gas canisters in the house.
They are really good. Lee uses one. He has used one. They are very good because in theory, the chemicals are not combustible on their own. It's only when they become mixed together that then you get the combustible gas. So yes, that is a lot safer. I have used them. I found I couldn't get on with it because of the noise, plus the tips were so small I couldn't melt down. So then I had to have another torch then to melt down, which depends on what you are doing. If you're just purely doing repairs and making up and soldering and doing the shanks and so forth, that would be fine. But as soon as you want to start doing some melting down some ingots with the rolling mill and so forth, well then it is not going to work. The flame is too small. I've used one. I just couldn't get on with it because I had to then have 2 torches, and to have 2 torches is sort of, it's pointless. That's why we just have the Smith Little torch. In fact, our oxygen ran out today, so Jason's been getting to grips with the Oxycon today. That's what you, is that all right? All right, you're orange.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe have another question, please.
Yeah, Tanya is saying I put my oval stone into my basil pendant and done the opposite, but the gemstone doesn't look straight. What do I do, please?
Into her oval setting. You say?
Oval stone into my basil pendant.
Bezel pendant?
Bezel, yeah.
Bezel?
Yeah.
Yeah? It doesn't look straight. Well, the only thing that you can really do is take the stone out, adjust the setting, and then put it back in again. Because sometimes what happens is that, say you have an oval stone and you put the jumping on the top and it all looks nice and even. And then you put the stone in, and perhaps then when you put the stone in place, there's your reflection, because it's a nice highly polished cap. If you start to burnish on the one side here, what you may find, the stone could start to twist, so it'll end up going like that completely, because you've been pushing too hard on the one side. But the only way to rectify that is to take the stone out and then reform the bezel nice and straight, and then reset it. And when you come to reset it, what everyone should do is you burnish on the top, you burnish on the bottom, you burnish on the side, you burnish on the side, and that keeps the stone central. If you start here and start burnishing, the stone is naturally going to twist and move around. But by having to burnish here, burnish there, burnish there, burnish there, you trap the stone in place. Then you come to either side, that side, then this side, then that side, and then that side. So do it all opposites, and that will ensure the stone stays nice and central and nice and straight. So the only thing to do, take the stone out and redo, I'm afraid. Maybe have another question, please.
Yeah, Anthony is saying, is there a way to post an image to this platform? Would be helpful during your explanations.
If you have an image, it's going to be really hard because there's no way that we can do it. The only other way that you could do it would be to perhaps put a link to the image within the chat, so then Louise can click on it and we can go and have a look at it. But that would be the only way that you're going to get an image.
You'd have to basically put it online somehow, wouldn't you? So like on a social media platform, an open social media platform, or the members gallery?
Or the IMGR. IMGR is a free image hosting platform that you can share links.
But is that
with.
Open source then? Is your image just there in the...
You have to have a link. You have to have a link. You have a link to it.
That's the issue. But does everybody else?
You have to have a link to view it.
Okay.
I think is it IMGR? I have to have a check on that, Louise. See if it is IMGR. But double check on that, and that'd be a good way. You can upload it. You can do screenshots with it, that sort of thing, and then you've got your link to it, and we'll have a look.
Yeah, that'd be handy.
Absolutely. Another question? Do you think?
Okay. Susie is saying, how do I take the back off of my dainty gold watch with something I have at home? I think
if you're unsure, take it to a specialist. That's the only thing that I can say. Have a look at a watch back. Say there's the watch back. Here's the case that comes round. It's not a pig. It's an actual case. There would that's supposed to look like a pig, didn't it? So here's your watch strap. Here's your watch strap. There's your digits. Yeah. So you turn the watch over. That's the back. And what sometimes you'll find is that there'll be a slight little groove down the side. So if you look at the watch strap, say that's the watch face, and here's your strap coming off here. What you'll find, here's the back on the watch, and there'll be a little gap. There'll be a little gap. It'll either be at this position here or the position by here. Then you can get a nice, it doesn't have to be a sharp knife, it has to be a nice sturdy knife. You can get it into that gap and click it up. A gold watch should be nice and easy to come off, but that's where you should have a little gap. Sometimes the backs are sealed and the backs do not come off, which means the glass has to come out of the front. If the watch glass is slightly domed like that, you may find that the glass will have to come out if you can't get into the back, and the stem pulls out and the movement then comes out through the front. Haven't really talked about watches, have we, at all on these Q&As? Ooh. But if you're unsure and it's a gold watch, just take it to your local friendly jewelers and ask them to take the back off. And if someone came into us and asked if we can take the back off their watch, I wouldn't worry about it. I would do it because literally a 2-second job.
And he's asking about the name of the plating system, Jentner.
Jentner. So so it's Jentner, and I have.
But you pronounce it, Jentner, but Jentner you said. Jentner.
Jentner.
Yeah.
Jentner, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And I've got an RM01. It's a basic one. It's a slanty topped device like that, and then you have your beakers, and there's literally 1, 2, 3. There's no dials. There's no voltage to worry about. It's just a simple voltage. The solutions are all cold. You don't need to warm the solution up, so you don't have to consider, oh my gosh, I got to do some plating this afternoon, put the bath on to warm up the solutions. It's a cold solution. RM01 is what I would suggest, and I think that's just over £1,000 plus your rhodium as well. Sounds a lot, but you can make £15,000 back on your rhodium plating. Jentner. Sounds like an IKEA name.
Doesn't it?
Oh, we haven't been to IKEA for ages, have we?
Oh, no, thank God.
Next question, please.
Hell on earth. Okay, no, I love IKEA. I shouldn't say that, should I? Lifelo is saying, I always use a mitre jig for my rings and bezels. How can you square the end of the wire without a jig? I've tried using a file, but find the ends are never straight.
Okay, Jacqueline, we did an Oxycon review. Thank you, Shirley, for that.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you,
That's
Shirley.
really kind.
Let's get things going. I don't know why it's not all going today. Let's just push that. Hey, there we go. Got the lights going. Don't know why they're not working today. Do apologise, but thank you, Shirley, for that. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for the 100,000. Congrats as well. We did a quick review on At the Bench regarding the Oxycon, using the Oxycon with the Smith's little torch. So check out At the Bench for the video reviews upon that. What was the question, Louise? I forgot.
The watch?
Oh, no, did the watch. What was the question? I forgot the question.
Oh, the mitre jig for rings
mitre
and
jig,
bezels,
yeah. Okay, so check out on YouTube. You have been making rings the wrong way. All right, check out that video. Quite controversial. Some nice comments, some not so nice comments. You don't need to file. All right, so this is where I'm going to get frothy. It's that time in the afternoon. Get the froth alert.
Shadows are causing casting onto your whiteboard.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately,
it is absolutely.
Yeah, it's so hot. We have to have the windows open today. It doesn't normally happen, but for our sanity today, I do apologise. I will do it. I will do it from here
Just put it under
to here.
the IMGR because that bit's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That bit's okay.
RM01. All right, that's the best because I get a bit of reflection. So I'm going to do it from there across. Okay. Mitre jig. Oh, I've got a mitre jig. Never use the damn thing. Waste of space, waste of time. You don't need a mitre jig if you're using it for cutting bezels or cutting shanks. Oh, this is what I know I'm
You're
going to get
hot and bothered as well as frothy now.
This is where I'm going to. Yeah. All right. Okay. This is it. So this works for bezels. This works for rings. Check out on YouTube. You've been making rings the wrong way. Don't believe what you read in the books. They're wrong. It's a very controversial film, but Rio Grande picked it up and they did a review of that film and the technique that I showed against another technique. And you know what? They cheated. They cheated. Do you know how they cheated? Because they cut the metal beforehand. And they shouldn't have done. They should just had the length. And if they cut the metal beforehand, their way was longer than mine. So anyway, this is what you want to do. You don't want to go measuring the length, okay? You know the size of the bezel, you know the length of the ring shank. You want to cut at a specific length, okay? So what you don't do is get your piece of metal, you mark off, and you cut, okay? You never do that. That is a no-no, and I'll come around and I'll slap your wrists. That is a no-no, okay? So you don't want to do that. Whoever tells you to do that, disregard it. It's wrong, okay? You don't want to do that. What you want to do is get your strip of metal, is mark the length, but don't cut it, Or what you can do is get your stone or get your ring and get the piece of metal so it comes around, okay? And it has to overlap, right? If you've marked the metal here, great. So there's your mark, there's your mark. You come along, you have your peg, here's your bench peg here, all right? You put the ring on the top like this, okay? So there's the ring on the top. You come along, you saw through here, you keep the ring on the peg and you saw through there, okay? So if you saw, and your sword at the funny angle like this, okay? So you saw the one side and you come up, you saw the other side, it's at the same angle. Those faces will be parallel. When you come to solder it, it doesn't matter if they're not at 90 degrees to the edge, as long as those faces are parallel, it will work, okay? If you are putting this around a stone, and here's your stone within here, you cross it over, where they come across, you mark there, you do exactly the same thing, you cut, and when they come together, they then are parallel. You don't need one of these mitre jigs, okay, at all. What else am I going to say? And then also, don't do this, because I will come around and I'll slap. Okay, what you don't do is do this. Make up D sections when you come to solder. Okay, so what you don't want to do is to do that. Oh my giddy aunt, you don't ever want to do this. I can't draw it now, Louise. I'm getting frothy now. You don't ever want to do that when you come to solder, because you've got straights. What you want to do is to have the joint carrying around like this. If the joint is nice and smooth, when you come to solder it and tap it round, you've hardly got any tapping round to do. If you solder like this on the board and all your rings are like this, yeah, you've got to solder and you've got to tap them round. You don't want to do it that way. So I'm not going to say any more, because I'm going to get too frothy and I'm going to get a bit worked up. Check out on YouTube, you've been making rings the wrong way, and it'll tell you exactly what I'm trying to say there. Making rings the wrong way.
I know. I've seen it, haven't I?
Yeah. 4 years ago, it's had
I can save you time and money because it's
146,000 views. Bam! Thank you, Louise.
Okay. Should we move on to another question?
I think we better calm me down, Louise. Ask me a nice, easy question.
I've got a good question.
Yeah, go on.
Where did I've lost it now, though? Oh,
Thank you, Shirley.
flip my flop. Where was it? It was, Ines, was your question?
Yes, they are.
Right, Ines is asking, I bought a nice big barrel in emerald cut. How can I best set it if I don't have the corresponding collet punch?
Ignore him out there. Shut up, Gareth. Exactly the same way as what we explained that little bit earlier on in the Q&A. You use two L shapes, like that. You can ensure you get these angles exactly right. Yep. And when you put them together, you trim the one edge to be exactly the same length as the stone. So here's then your stone. So there's your stone. You put, I'll use different, I've got loads of colours here.
I know, I spoiled you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. So there's your bezel, okay? So you make it the exact shape to the edge of there. So when you move this piece in, this piece is going to be nice and long. That's going to come in here exactly the right length, like that. And then when you solder and you solder, you get the perfect. So you don't need a collet plate. If you want to make them tapered, you would do that when you have the strip. You would cut a slight V in that, like that, but then you also make it that sort of shape. So when you come to bend it, you fold it in that way. So the metal then is like a V shape. So yeah, you can do it that way, no problem at all. Let me have another question, Louise.
You can.
Cool.
Right, Lying Down is asking, what kind of torch would you recommend to buy to melt copper? I get mixed messages from YouTube about whether it's possible with the torch or whether I should just get a furnace instead. Sorry, not copper, I meant bronze. Sorry, bronze. Bronze. What kind of torch would you recommend to buy to melt bronze?
I really don't know too much about bronze, but I would have thought you'd have to have something that is really, really hot, something like an oxygen and propane or an oxygen and acetylene. I think that is going to give you the best bet. You could have these little torches by here. I don't think these are going to get hot enough. These are little handheld butane torches. They're not going to get hot enough for what you need. So it has to be oxygen and propane or oxygen and acetylene is the hottest type of flame that you're going to need for melting brass down. A furnace, I think a furnace will only go to about 1,000 degrees, 1,100 degrees, and that may not be hot enough for melting bronze, isn't it? I'm not too sure, to be honest. But the torches, definitely, absolutely. Jimmy says Ines has a question. I think we answered Ines's question, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that one's done. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Maybe another question. I'm starving.
Are you?
Absolutely. Maybe another question,
I'm
please.
salad for tea. It's too hot to cook. Okay. Marcia is asking for tips on setting a 5mm round opal cab in sterling bezel without fracturing or chipping the opal. Anything I can use to back the opal to absorb pressure in the bezel and enhance colour? Excuse me.
The number of times I've cracked a stone because you're setting it and you think, that looks good. Oh, there's a slight gap, or perhaps I could go a little bit tighter, and you get your burnisher and you just go over that little bit and it's too much, the stone cracks. The number of times that I've done that, so what I've learned to do now is if I'm burnishing it over and it looks good, but I see a slight little bit of a slight gap, I don't worry about it. I leave it because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to burnish it and it's going to crack, just going to crack, so I don't worry about it. If it's within a backed setting, you can put a couple of little layers of some cardboard that would give it a little bit of springiness. So as you burnish, the stone will go down slightly, and of course metal has a bit of a memory, so it'll just come back up, but as the metal comes back up, we'll stow the stone because it's slightly sprung on top of the cardboard, and it'll just hold onto the edge of the rim of metal. If you've simply got a tube with the ledge on it, which it doesn't have a flat back to pack it out, there's not much you can really do, I'm afraid. If you use some, what did I say? I said use some tin foil last time, and Kerry didn't like that, did she? So if you've got some silver, some fine silver, and the opal is fairly white and maybe transparent, you can fill the back of a closed backed bezel with a couple of layers of very thin cardboard, a little bit of some silver that's been highly polished, then put the stone on top and then burnish over.
What? Did we back the one, you know, the one in the Celtic setting?
That's not backed, no.
It's not backed, is it? Because that's a faceted, and it's lovely. So my jewellery box at home actually to bring it back.
Yeah. So yeah, bring that back. No,
Okay.
no, I'm only joking. No. But no, that's a completely open back, and we didn't have anything on the back of that to give it any fire or any.
No, but it's lovely.
Colour. But it's a lovely one, yeah, absolutely. And when you think you've done enough, that's enough. Stop. Don't worry about it. Because the number of times I've cracked stones, you wouldn't believe it. Maybe another question, please.
Okay. Jacqueline is asking, will you be doing a review of the Oxycon?
Oh my gosh, who is this? Hot,
keeping you awake,
it's the
Louise?
hot weather, man. We did a little bit of a review of the Oxycon on At the Bench. I haven't done it on YouTube, but I've done it on At the Bench. So if you're a paid member of At the Bench, you can check out the 2 films that we did on setting up the Oxycon with the Smith's little torch. If you're not a member of At the Bench, £20 will buy you a month's membership, and you can cancel after a month. £20. What's £20 for 1,600 films? Can't get that value anywhere else. And also, if you're a paid member, and providing you've been a paid member for at least a month, you could be with the chance of winning equipment. What, Louise?
I was going to say, it's coming, well, we've got a week or so, haven't we, until...
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be another lucky winner.
There's 3 prizes available for a lucky winner of At The Bench. Paid member can win one of these 3 prizes
like Andrea
absolutely free.
Who won her Bangle-forming
die set. She was from Tennis in France.
Yeah.
In France, where the Tour de France went through.
Yeah.
So she won her Bangle-forming die set completely free of charge.
Just for being a member?
Just for being a member.
How amazing.
Absolutely. We don't have to jump through hoops, do we?
Nope.
To enter our competitions.
Life's busy enough.
If you're a paid member, you're in it. And as Louise just said, life is busy enough without you having to go through doing all your bits and pieces, whatever. Yeah. Just be in. Paid member, you've been with it. Okay, Louise, maybe another question.
Cool. Susie is saying, I'm so happy I found you. You're truly awesome and I thank you so very much. I love jewellery and taught myself much about diamonds and other precious stones. You are the best. That's lovely.
That's very nice.
You.
Thank you very much
and well
indeed.
done.
Do appreciate that. Thank you.
Fab. Janet is saying, I think they're talking about you're making rings the wrong way. Your controversial film.
Yes.
This is one of the first videos I watched and I use it this way now. That's the film that made me subscribe to your channel, Christine is saying.
Good.
Jake is saying, does fine silver not delft cast as well?
It does. It should cast okay.
Why have I gone funny?
You haven't. You're back on that. I was trying to make it a bit wider. I'm cutting the top of your head off.
Don't make me wider. Goodness me. Let's go back to the question.
I think fine silver will cast in delft clay. Yes. Sorry.
No. Does fine silver not delft cast as well as sterling? Seems I had a problem with the pure stuff, whereas the sterling came through perfect in an identical object.
Hi, Jace.
In an identical. Jace, come and say hi.
Come and say hello to the hundreds of people, Jace. Come on, Jace.
Jason.
Just stick your head in, Jace. Come on. Come on up and say hello.
Shy, Jace.
Show us your hand then. No, he's not. He was shaking his head. He's not coming up. No. I don't see a reason why the fine silver would not cast as well as sterling. Obviously, they're going to be slightly different temperatures, melting point temperatures. So I think you're going to have to look at that. But I think fine silver melts at a higher temperature than sterling. I think it does. So perhaps that could well be the reason why you have to heat it to a hotter temperature than sterling. Absolutely, yeah. You won't come up the stairs. You won't come up the stairs.
Love to meet Jason. Michael saying, Jason's the Easter Bunny. Do you remember Neighbours years ago? Neighbours.
Do
you remember Mrs. Mangle?
Yes.
Do you remember Mr. Mangle?
No.
No, because you never saw him.
Always talked about Mr. Mangle.
Yeah,
Mr.
never saw him.
Never saw him.
Jason is like our Mr. Mangle.
I'm sure he'd be happy for that, won't he? Jason, you like Mr. Mangle. Mrs. Mangle's husband. Oh, dear. Should you have another question?
Yeah, go on
Come
then.
on, Jason. Yeah, he is shy. Mrs. Columbo. Yeah, you're right there. Jason is Mrs. Columbo.
Okay.
He's a big woman.
A big what?
Woman.
Who?
Jason, big woman. Big woman's blouse. You know, big girl's blouse?
You can't say that.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Okay. H-Tray? Thanks for the live stream. I feel like silver is an okay buying price, but more people are desiring this beautiful precious metal. So how do you feel about the future?
Of silver? Mm-hmm. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? When the gold price started to go up, we all resisted the urge to buy the gold, thinking it was going to come back down again. And to be honest, the price just went up and up and up, and it settled, and it came back, went down, came back, went down, and so forth. But never came back down to the original price. So we had to suck it up, and we still then had to go and buy the stock and whatever, buy the findings and so forth. What you want to make sure is that you don't overbuy. Just buy what you need, because whatever the price is when you buy it in, that's what you in theory sell it at. So if your findings come in and you put your keystone or your markup on your findings, it still has to be the same, otherwise you're not making as much profit. So whatever the price comes in, because silver will go up, silver will come down. Rhodium, we've been talking about rhodium, and rhodium has gone sky high, but what do? You still have to buy the rhodium. So what do? Do you keep the prices the same? Well, hell no. You have to increase your prices. So you know, Joe Bloggs around the corner, he's making jewellery, and Katie Ann, who's over in the next village, I don't know where that came to me. I don't know what Katie Ann, that just came to me. They're all having to buy the silver, the same as you, from the same suppliers, so they're having to pay those extra charges as well, and they're going to be putting their prices up, and if they don't put their price up, they're not going to be making any money. So yeah, you have to then buy the materials and buy the stock, which is what we have had to do. What?
Who's Katie Ann?
Oh, Katie Ann? Who knows? It's just made up. They're called Joe Bloggs. Who's Joe Bloggs? Exactly. Let's have another question. It never goes, Susan, no, it never goes back to the old price. You're right, you're right.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot in here now. Sandra had a question. I don't know whether the computer's melting or overheating, but it's...
Is it hot? All right, we'll give it one last question then, shall we? One last question.
Okay, Sandra had a question. Sandra's saying, I might have missed something due to the overlap. Will Your Way create... Your Way, I'm thinking you mean the rings?
Mm-hmm.
Will Your Way create a slightly larger ring than you wanted? If so, how much smaller should you cut?
Okay, so if you've got your ring blank table, so you know the thickness of the metal, you know the finger size. Where's my chart? Do I have my chart around here? I got my ring, there it is there. So this is what we use, where would you? Let's move the camera that way. So this is what we use. We've got our at the bench, and we've got our ring blank sizes table. We've got down here finger sizes. We've got, sorry, is it finger sizes? Yeah, finger sizes, thickness of blanks, and you come along and you know the exact length to make the metal for what finger size and what thickness metal. So what you would do is you get your strip of metal like that, you would mark off, you never cut it, you then would form it around so the overlap comes round like that there. You've got the mark, and because you've got the marks, you just cut through where the marks are, and then the metal then will be exactly the right length. So you don't need to worry about having to make it smaller, make it larger. If you measure the length, if you've got an oval cab, and that's 10 millimeters by 8 millimeters, so what would be the circumference of that cabochon? Okay, it's oval, so you take the average of those two, so add that and add that, that comes to 18, divide that by 2, that equals 9. So that's the equivalent of a 9 millimeter round stone. Times that by pi, 3.142, that is that circumference of that. And then you can add, so you add the thickness of the metal to the 9, times it by 3.142, because 3.142 is pi, and that then is the length and metal you need. There's the metal, you mark it, you put it round, you cut through. Jobs are good 'un. Next question. Oh, that was the last question, wasn't it? Do you have another question, Louise?
Yeah, I'm just going to say,
No,
sorry,
go on.
I'm just typing out a reply to Raylene, who's
okay.
asking, is there another private lesson group? Yeah, if you go to atthebench.com, well, you're better at explaining that. I think Raylene has just stumbled upon us today, so welcome. Yeah, go to atthebench.com.
What am I doing?
Just explaining about At the Bench.
At the Bench.
Yeah.
It's a jewellery online training website.
Yeah, and he does speak a bit better in the
Say
film
bye,
than he
Jace! Say bye, Jace! Say bye, Sharon!
Bye!
See you tomorrow!
See you tomorrow!
At the Bench is an online jewellery training website. Atthebench.com. It's down here, you can see it underneath here. It's a place where we have videos and films on everything you could possibly imagine, from beginners to advanced.
Over a decade, well, not just under a decade worth of films, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been going for 10 years.
Yep.
It's going for 10 years. 1,600 films about all sorts. You want to learn about soldering, you can put soldering into the search, you can go into the top navigation bar, come down to techniques, come across soldering, click soldering, all the soldering films come up. You want to learn about piercing, making rings. You have a particular thing in mind, delft clay casting, cuttlefish casting.
Member benefits, discounts,
Yes.
prizes, monthly prizes just for being a member. Yeah. Yeah, check it out really. And if you're interested in making jewellery, then I'm sure you'll love it, yeah.
Absolutely. As I said, there's a members forum. Yes, Louise?
While it's in my mind, sorry, I've just got some news from Sally Spencer. Sally Spencer was the lady who wrote the brilliant book,
yes,
the gemstone book with everything you can and can't do to stones in your workshops. And she now has a way of paying import duty and taxes before sending a parcel to European countries. So if you would like a copy of the book, if you email her at sally@sallyspencer.co.uk, she will find out the cost to send you a copy.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
So, sallyspencer.co.uk.
Yeah. And also, don't forget, Kerry's codes run until December.
Yes.
So, can you write down the non-members one? Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
Shall I tell you?
It's beyond the stream deck. It's right in front of you. Still.
Okay. Is it still here?
Yeah. So it should be on
discount code, is it that, Sven?
That's the one.
Yep, so if you're anybody can have a 10% discount to Gemology Rox's courses with the discount code ATB YouTube.
That's exactly right.
If you're a paid At the Bench member, or if you've had your membership gifted, or if you've won it, that would still apply to you. No, that wouldn't apply to you, sorry. Something better applies to you. You get a bigger discount. And you should have an email. If you are a paid member and you haven't had your email, get in touch with me.
Or pop along to the forum, check out the suppliers, discounts, codes,
or that,
and it's on there.
Yep. Sorry, I'm going to just do something else while I remember it. We collected everybody's feedback as well.
Yes, we did.
From At the Bench, which was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, because there's...
How many? 200, 300?
Yeah, we can't implement every single thing, obviously, but there were some things which we hadn't thought of, which a lot of you guys had said, which we can now
instigate.
Yeah, so we've got some work to do to improve it, and we're all for that. We always want to improve.
Good God,
yeah,
yes.
all of the time.
Because
so
at the end of the day, we started 10 years ago with 50 films, and as the site has expanded and got bigger and bigger, and we've added more features, it does get a little bit more complicated to navigate, doesn't it? And what you do, I come on here and I want to learn about one thing or another. I'm a beginner, I'm an intermediate. There's lots of information on there that we have to then put together.
So we're going to organise everything a bit more, well, it is sensible and navigatable, is that a word?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just going to be better organised, so you can just find things quicker.
Yes.
Because we're all for saving time as well, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So everybody, thank you all for your feedback. That's really, really useful, and it just helps us make it better for you.
And what was also quite nice was a lot of people said, no, it's fine as it is.
Yeah, that was lovely.
That was really nice to
lovely.
hear that. Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing. We love it.
Brilliant. We did give away 3 memberships. So 3 members have won their memberships for a year as a thank you. So we've got Michelle, Brenton, Julie. Can I have my surnames?
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie Shipman and Sylvia, you have all been emailed. So winners have been emailed, and your free year has been added to your membership.
Congratulations to all you.
Yeah, so that's fab. Jimmy's saying, what book are you talking about? I don't have it.
Pop Sally Spencer in on the chat.
Let me put it on here.
I'm going to put it onto camera number 3, please. Ready?
What's it called, Gem?
SallySpencer.co.uk.
What's this Bing? It's absolute pants.
It's Windows for you. Windows is pants.
No, it's just Bing.
It's Microsoft is pants.
Here we are, Sally Spencer.
Give me your Mac any day. SallySpencer.co.uk. Louise is going to pop that up on the screen.
I think it's the email. I think it's the... Shirley's bought her book, waiting for it to arrive. Fabulous.
Good. But yes, SallySpencer.co.uk.
Yeah. So here we are.
Okay, number 3.
Yeah, fine.
So
but you can email Sally, and she will. I'm just trying to get the info up. Here we are. Yeah, email Sally at sallyspencer.co.uk, and she will let you know about shipping costs.
Yes.
Yeah, which is great.
And I know she's had a whole new shipment of books in.
Yeah, I don't have it to show you. Sorry, I think Dakota's got it, hasn't she?
She has, yeah. But it's a very good book. That tells you every stone. Can you put it in the ultrasonic? Can you steam it? Can you braid it? Can you tumble it? And all those sort of things. Good book.
Oh, the Jeweller's Quick Reference Guide to Working with Gemstones. Yeah,
that's
fab.
It.
Yeah, thank you, Gillian.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Bing is annoying. just don't. It doesn't. You search things and it just says
Random.
Yeah.
It just sends you off.
It's just nothing.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Bing. It has about as much intelligence as the kiddie's character, Bing.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Right. Do you want one last question?
Go on then, one last question then.
And then I'm going to show you my film. I'm sorry, guys, for that little bit of mucking around at the beginning.
It was going well, but yeah, I will watch it. I started to cry when Dakota came on. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Let's have a look.
Marcia, no, it's a dry week now for us. We delivered nice G&T, but it's a nice dry week. But yeah, don't forget to click the thumbs up. Click the thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Should we have a last question then, Louise?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Annie, would you remind me where you find your nifty radial template for easy prong placements?
There is a website, and I cannot remember where the website is, but there is a website out there that will ask you a question. How many points do you want on a circle? And it will actually produce these sort of things like this with all the required points on. And I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. But when I do find it, I will do it next week and I will tell you. But it's a very, very good website, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is. Should we have one last question then, Louise? Go on.
Vixter, does a recycled silver chain for a necklace exist?
You can buy recycled silver, yes. The majority of silver now that someone like Cookson sells is recycled. It's recycled silver, which is great because that means there's less silver being mined, less harm to the environment. And I suppose from that you can make up silver chain from it. What you'd have to do is contact your chain supplier and ask them if they are using recycled silver, because I think that would be a big selling point, because as you say, when you come to create your pieces, you can say you've used recycled silver, but is the chain recycled silver as well? We'd have to find out. Is that it, Louis?
I think so.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm melting.
I'm melting, but going to go home now and we're going to have a nice, cool glass of lemonade.
That'd be nice.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? What are we having for tea?
No idea. Salad.
Salad. We haven't got salad. Peanut butter sandwich. That's not going to cut it, is it?
That's all I've got to look forward to when I go home, is it?
Michael says you could buy your jig for £3, free up some space. Yeah, you're right there. To be honest, I bought it because people have asked about them, about the jigs. But to be honest, it's immaculate and I've never used it. I just simply use it for demonstration purposes, as you can see. All right, so that's about it. I think that's all we've got time for today. I do apologize. Come on, all precious metals is recycled to some extent. It's not like we throw it out. It is true, Steve. Yes, it is true. So there we go. Thank you all very much for all the donations today. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind words regarding our 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Just waiting for my little code to appear so I can apply for my plaque.
Nice.
Yes, so just waiting for that to come on, and that's going to be really cool when that arrives. So anything else you want to say now, Louise?
No, I don't think so.
We're just going to go home and just cool out.
Yeah.
A cool evening at home. I think we will try and sit out in the summer house or under the umbrella, keep it nice and cool this evening.
I think so.
Because we are roasting. I do apologise about this reflection here on the whiteboard, just that we had to have the windows open today. Thank you very much. Sorry I got a little bit frothy a little bit earlier on regarding the you making rings the wrong way, but go and check out the video and Louise will show me the lovely video that she's put together, and we'll put that back on YouTube as well, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll film that as well. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for all the congratulations on the 100,000. Thank you all very much indeed. Until next week, the 26th of July. Say goodbye, Louise.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good luck on the new shop, Steve. Everyone, take care. We'll see you all next week. We shall fade to black and we shall see you 26th of July. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.